Welcome to round 4 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of January 25th. I'm Terry Morrow, and I'm here with Catherine Haleko.
Hello.
And Nicole Eridix.
Hi there.
As moms of teens and young adults, we've survived those little kid days, yet we're still rethinking the decisions we've made all through our kids' lives and worrying about what's going on right now. Today's Thursday, which means it's time to give in to our obsessing. And today we're obsessing about pandemic clothing. The line between real clothes and pajamas is getting really blurry. Now, I'm a long-time work-from-home person, and so my clothes haven't really changed that much. But you guys are doing a lot less dropping people and driving around and doing things. So what are your thoughts about this? Nicole, you saw a tweet about door pants?
Yeah, so Instagram page called the Tinder blog, and it's not related to the Tinder app. It's the Tinder blog.
I was wondering.
And there was a meme that it posted, and it says, "I'm considering setting up a pair of door pants by the front door, so I have quick and easy access to pants when delivery people, etc., come to the house. Door pants." So it just made me laugh because it's so true. Every time, you know, like now that we're in the house more and not dressing up to go to work or to the store to pick up the kids or whatever it is that we used to dress up for. Yeah, I just find that my indoor clothing is like, there's a fine line between what's acceptable outside and what's acceptable inside your home. So I know that our family could benefit from some door pants. So I guess, yeah, the topic is like, how have your clothing choices been affected by this pandemic? And what you're willing to wear outdoors now or outside now that you never were?
I mean, I wear like, you know, athleisure type clothes every day. I mean, usually until I have to leave the house, if I have to leave, you know, like to take someone somewhere or whatever, it's pajamas. And so that may go on until 3 p.m. Who knows? It depends on when I have to go anywhere. And then it's the athleisure clothes because at some point I'm going to take a walk. But if I'm on the treadmill, I have been known to do that in my pajamas. But yeah, I mean, I think I used to do the athleisure thing, but then at some point I would change into regular clothes, and I can't even remember why. Like, why did I? Because I don't know. Nobody was going to see me back then either. So I'm not even sure what I was doing. But I think, you know, I was going to the ice rink, or I was going, you know, to a performance of one of my kids, or a hockey game or whatever. So it's not like I was dressed up in work clothes, but it would be, you know, jeans and a sweater or something.
Right.
But that doesn't seem to happen anymore.
Right. Well, I'm just finding that even the line of what is, like I said earlier, what's acceptable and what's not. Like, I find that I'm wearing things out in public, not hiding it, like under a coat, that I probably wouldn't have worn this time last year.
Really?
Like, you know, like different sweatpants or... yeah, like just things that are more... Like, I would have never worn leggings in public this time last year. But now I'll throw on a pair of leggings and a big sweatshirt to go to the store. Because that just is what everybody's wearing, it seems. Like, I mean, I would have worn, like, you know, yoga pants or something that is a little, like Catherine, you were saying, like athletic leisure type stuff. But I would have never really put on, like, a pair of leggings, right? But now it's like, well, everybody else is doing it. Why not? So, yeah.
Yeah, I think I was that way too. Like, you know, if I was going to yoga class, then I would change afterwards. But these days, you know, why would I change?
Right.
There is no reason for it.
Yeah.
Right.
But I do kind of miss, like, wearing regular clothes at least some of the time.
I know, right?
Yeah. I still make an effort too, because I have this rule that I adapted last winter and kept going all year and back into this winter, which is that I have to wear every shirt in my closet at least once. And so for that reason, I do wear sweaters and nicer things than I might otherwise. And I try to, on work days, wear jeans and be sort of dressed. But I did go through a long period in 2020 where my husband was home all the time because he was laid off. My son was home most of the time. There's always somebody in the house. And I started like getting up and then just working in bed for 4 or 5 hours. Because I had people who would bring me food and coffee, and I didn't really have any reason that I needed to get up, and I could get a ton of work done without having to get up. And then every now and then they would go for a walk, and I'm like, I'm sitting here in my pajamas. If somebody comes to the door, do I have to get up and get dressed in case somebody comes to the door? And then if nobody comes to the door, I'm going to feel stupid. So like a door overcoat would have been a good idea. If I could have just hung up on a hook by the door, something to cover my nightshirt, that would have been handy. Because otherwise I either had to take a shower and get dressed before anybody went out of the house, or sit and worry the entire time that somebody was going to knock on the door, which they don't really. People don't want to talk to you anymore.
If they're going to bring you something,
they will leave something at your door and back away slowly. So
that's right.
It's not so much of a concern. But this year I made a resolution that I was going to stop doing that. I'm going to get up in the morning, eat breakfast, and sit down at my desk in clothes. So we'll see how long that lasts.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. What month is this?
3 weeks in.
Shoot. It was difficult this morning. I really wanted to just get my computer and stay in bed this morning. But no, I was strong.
Yeah. I don't know will we go back to actually dressing up at some point, do you think? I don't know. Because I even feel like the selections in the stores now, the clothing stores, it's just all leisure wear.
They've given up.
They have. They really have.
You're not going anywhere. You don't need the nice clothes here. Be comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
And here's a matching mask.
Yeah.
Yep.
See previous recording podcast. So I think like your options are just really changing too. So it's definitely changing the culture of fashion.
Well, I am generally happy about that.
I mean, we were already on a downward slope, right?
Yeah.
of business casual.
Yeah.
And this is just definitely not helping.
Yeah.
It will be interesting when and if this is all over, if people will go back to dressing up just because they want to do something different, or if the fact that everybody's going to now realize they could work at home just as well as go into an office. And so people keep working from home. It's just never going to go back.
Right.
I would not want to be a clothes, like a clothing store buyer who has to guess that.
Right. Exactly.
Could go either way.
Yeah. Even my shoe wear is changing. And I also noticed too online, there's a lot more slip-on shoes out there. There's a lot.
For when you go to the door and you don't want to have your slippers on.
I mean, I don't even change out of my slippers half the time if I'm going somewhere. If I know I'm getting like curbside pickup, forget it. I'm not getting out of my slippers.
Well, I have clogs. They could be shoes. Right. They're not, but they could be.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's changed, it's really changed how we do a lot of things.
Yeah. Well,
definitely.
I like a good sweatpants, so this is cool with me.
Or just, a good oversized shirt or cardigan, a big cardigan.
I would be in favor of a general casualization.
Right.
Right. I definitely think that's underway. Right?
Yeah.
Well, you can wear whatever you want to listen to our podcast. We do not judge, and in fact, we do not know.
You don't have to put on pants or anything. It's fine.
No pants. Do whatever you like, because we are not going to judge.
Yeah.
We'll
judge other things, but not that.
Yeah, we have plenty of other things to judge. Don't worry. But we do appreciate your listening, no matter what you might be wearing.
Yes.
And that's it for today's Round 4. Tune in tomorrow when we'll share our roundabout roundup of things we've been using or enjoying lately that we think deserve a shout out. Find all our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there, on our Facebook page, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.